I want to talk to us about God's original plan for marriage. You see, after the fall of man, marriage became a place of power struggle. Wives trying to be in control of whatever goes on in their husbands' lives, and husbands resisting that control by exercising authority and power over their wives. But you see, all this is a result of the fallen nature. I want us to understand that it was never God's will for man to rule over his wife and for wives to resist the husband's leadership. But you see, that is what is going on. God's original plan for marriage was for husbands to lovingly lead their wives as Christ does the church, and for the wives to willingly submit to their husbands as the church does to Christ. You see, as a husband, if you want to help your marriage, if you want to save your marriage, your power is not in you exercising authority and power over your wife. It is not in you trying to prove to your wife that you are the man. It is in you loving your wife as Christ loves the church. And as the wife, your power is not in you resisting the leadership of your husband, thinking that him leading you is controlling you. Your power is in willingly, or it is in wholesome submission to your husband. And you see, there's something that has been going on in marriages. Husbands demanding for respect from their wives, and wives demanding for love from their husband. That is not what we are supposed to do. Every one of us is supposed to focus on doing their part. What is your part as the husband? Is for you to love your wife as Christ loves the church. And what is your part as the wife? Is for you to willingly submit to your husband as the church does to Christ. So instead of us pushing our spouses or demanding them to do these things to us, how about we focus on doing our parts? Let me tell you something. God is never going to judge you for what your spouse never did. He's going to judge you for what you never did. So don't focus on what your spouse is not doing and focus on doing your part. If you want to save your marriage, it takes one willing spouse and Christ to do the job. So even if your spouse is not doing what they are supposed to do, how about you do what you are supposed to do? That is, the husbands loving your wife as Christ does the church, and you, the wife, willingly submitting to your husband as the church does to Christ. That is God's original plan for marriage. This power struggle thing should stop. It's not God's will. Stay blessed.